Panamá se encuentra preparada para retomar los negocios en Expocomer 2022, del 23 al 26 de marzo en el Panama Convention Center de Amador, una feria renovada dedicada a facilitar el intercambio comercial entre fabricantes y distribuidores, entre proveedores y clientes, distribuidas en 3 categorías: textiles, ropa y accesorios, alimentos, bebidas y productos agropecuarios, tecnología y electrónicos. Expocomer es su oportunidad de hacer negocios mediante una gran variedad de productos de alta calidad por importantes empresas de Asia, Europa y América, con cientos de locales estrenando el centro de convenciones más grande y moderno de la región.
Las oportunidades, por supuesto, que son súper valiosas, los contactos también, y siempre conocer a gente nueva y ampliar mercados es muy importante y muy interesante para la empresa.
Expocomer busca la eficiencia para compradores, permitiéndoles ver y probar por sí mismos la calidad de los productos ofrecidos por las distintas propuestas y comparar las ventajas entre proveedores de distintos países sin tener que realizar múltiples viajes.
Definitivamente yo volvería a participar en Expocomer todas las veces que sea necesario.
Es nuestra segunda participación.
Este tercer año que yo vengo.
Definitivamente creo que esto va a ser parte del calendario de actividades internacionales de Condar, definitivamente.
De igual forma, para los expositores es una manera muy efectiva de ofrecer sus servicios a clientes de distintos países en la región y negociar directamente con distribuidores, comerciantes y mayoristas.
As we understand it, Panama is a very critical, very important hub for Central and South America in this region. And of course, during this 4-day trade show, we've met a lot of potential clients from other countries in the region other than Panama.
Durante Expocomer, usted podrá participar de la Rueda Internacional de Negocios, agendando citas que le permitirá cerrar ventas, realizar alianzas estratégicas y ampliar su red de negocios.
En cuanto a la Rueda de Negocios, hemos tenido una efectividad de 95%, diría yo. Te estoy hablando no solo panameños, han habido colombianos, guatemaltecos varios.
Contáctenos a través de nuestra página web y obtengan información necesaria para participar de ruedas de negocios, exponer su producto y otras consultas. Expocomer 2022, del 23 al 26 de marzo en el Panama Convention Center de Amador, un evento organizado por la Cámara de Comercio, Industrias y Agricultura de Panamá.
It takes a family to understand another. And that's what the Gonzalez family, founders of Northgate Market, are most proud of. Having served their customers for almost 40 years with the same care and dedication as if they were family members. That closeness and passion are still the force that drives our 40 Northgate Market stores, as well as our commitment to offering our customers the most extensive selection of quality products and freshest food. That's why, unlike other markets, we receive new offerings daily, always making sure that every single item is fresh and ready for your table. To make this possible, we partner with vendors in our community, neighboring animal farms, and local growers that minimize the time span between shipping and consumption. That's how we're able to offer the best meats tended by certified butchers who are experts on traditional cuts. But also our shrimp, brought directly from Mexico, and so flavorful is in a class all their own. Or our fresh and natural tortillas, made patiently from scratch using a traditional process perfected over 1,000 years. Or our freshly made bakery goods, including authentic sweets and artisan breads, all baked with love every single day at sunrise. But perhaps our proudest accomplishment is the authenticity that infuses our daily prepared meals. These delicious staples of Mexican and Latin American cuisine are cooked by the most skilled chefs using recipes passed down and perfected over generations, like tacos, chicharrón, bolillos, tortas, carnitas, 12 types of ceviche, and our 20 different aguas frescas. For all these reasons and more, we consider ourselves warriors of flavor, defenders of authenticity, but also champions of innovation by blending our rich culinary heritage with new ways of enjoying it. It's not an exaggeration to say that you won't find this culinary experience in any other grocery store. And it's not just a feast for the senses. You'll also feel at home in every Northgate market thanks to our welcoming and helpful staff. From managers to associates, all committed to providing you with the best shopping experience possible. In a few words, at Northgate Market, there's an entire family dedicated to yours.
Hi, friends. Hello. Hi. Hola. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in. Welcome to the last episode of Cooking with Northgate, the last episode of the year, Tere. We did.
I'm so excited.
It's been
We did it.
Crazy year, but we can finally say that we accomplished the extraordinary and we did good as a society. Hi, Maria. Hello, everyone. Welcome. And now we can enjoy the holidays, the most wonderful time of the year, Navidad. Yes. And, well, for today, we have a very, very awesome class. It's going to be a longer class, guys. It's going to be a little bit longer than usual because it's so much to cover. We're doing a full Christmas dinner, Mexican style. You know me, you know my style. And this is a dinner that I grew up with. I'm very familiar. This is like, I know what I'm doing, you know, because we used to eat these every year, year after year. Hi, Natalie. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Abril Chavarria, and I moved from Mexico 10 years ago. Now I live in San Diego, and I work with Northgate to deliver cool, awesome, and fun and simple recipes to you. And so today is our last class of the year. Tere and I are hosting together this magnificent event. And if you guys are ready and everyone's in, Tere, let's start because it's a long class. What do you think?
Let's start.
Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna move the camera closer to this section over here. So you can tell me if you see everything. Yeah, sí se ve, ¿verdad, Tere?
Perfecto.
Perfect. Okay, let's do this a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with, let me tell you what we're having today. So we're cooking quails, but this recipe that we are gonna do for quails can be applied to any type of bird. So you can cook your turkey the same way. You just change the time, the cooking times. You can cook chicken and so on, duck, whatever you want. We also are gonna do one of my favorite foods of all times, which is romeritos. And we're gonna prepare the romeritos the traditional way, which is in mole. And we're gonna accompany those romeritos with some shrimp cakes or tortitas de camarón. And for dessert, we're making a traditional salad. It's a sweet salad, and we call it ensalada de bombón. And it translates to marshmallow salad. It's like a fruit salad, okay? So, okay, let's start. Let's start with the quails. Okay, guys, so if you downloaded the recipe, that recipe is for 4 people. Today, I'm gonna be cooking half that recipe because it's me and my husband. So I'm gonna do the half of that recipe, but if you wanna cook the meal for 4 people, you follow the recipe and you can always adjust it to your own specific needs. So we're gonna start with the quails. These quails have been already washed. I washed them, and I wanted to show you these cute little ladies here, and we're gonna cook them in 2 different ways, like in posture wise. Okay, we're gonna 2 of them, I have 4 quails here, and so 2 of them I'm gonna leave them as they are, you know, like this, and that's how we're gonna cook them, with their legs like wrap around like this. And the other tool, we're gonna cut them open. And to cut them open, we're gonna just, with any kitchen scissors, you just cut the bottom part. How do you know which one is the bottom part? So you see, this is the breast. We leave that part intact. We cut the other side. And we just go and cut it like that, okay? And make sure that they're clean. Sometimes you can find a little bit of, like the feathers and stuff like that, but that's why you have to rinse them before. So I'm gonna cut 2 open. Look, there's a little feather in here. There you go. You can remove the neck if you don't want it. You can leave it there. There we go. There we go. So this is what it looks like once you cut it open. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is pat them. We're gonna pat them with some paper towels. And Tere, can you help me writing down the ingredients step by step? Because I don't want to lose time going through all the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay.
I already have the ingredients for the quails.
Great.
And I could put the directions too.
Perfect. So now we're drying it out. Now we're gonna leave the skin, guys. We are going to leave the skin in these quails. Some people remove the skin. I personally love the skin. And also another tip, some people like to cut the las alitas, the wings out. I leave them there. I think they look cute with the wings. Some people just remove them because you cannot eat them. It's basically just bones. When you have a chicken or a turkey, that's a different story. But for quails, they're so tiny that you can cut them out. That's up to you. I'm gonna leave them. I think they look cute. Okay. So next step, we're gonna start to marinate our quails in wine. You can use whatever wine you want. You can use a cooking wine, red wine, that's it. I use some wine leftovers. It's about a cup of wine. I just use the leftovers of a bottle. Like if I have a bottle that I open a day before or a few days before, I usually use that wine to cook after. Because there's a lot of recipes that you can make with wine. So I recommend, like, if you're like, oh, this wine doesn't taste that good, no longer good, you can always save it in the fridge to cook with it later. Okay, so we're gonna leave this just for a second. I'm gonna put it over here. It's gonna be marinating in the wine. And while we do that, guys, let me rinse my hands. There we go. We're gonna start preparing our romeritos. Oh, and let's preheat the oven. That's another good one. So let me go and do this. Okay. And I'm gonna bake for 375, between 375 and 400 degrees. Remember that these ones, the quails cook very, very fast. They cook like in 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. So we don't want to overcook them or burn them. We have to be very careful about that. So I think 375, it's a good timing. Great, guys. Let's move on to the romeritos. Have you tried romeritos before?
A long time ago.
Romeritos are just so amazing. And I think you cannot find romeritos in hot weather. That's what my mom used to tell me, but I haven't Googled that fact. But what I do know is that you cannot find them you always find them in the Christmas season. And romeritos are just like these amazing leaves. And it's a plant that will translate to small rosemary. That will be the actual translation, romeritos. As my first job when I was a kid, helping around in Christmas time, the first thing I ever did in the kitchen was clean up the romeritos. My mom and my tias will have me do that, and all the kids, because so this is what an actual romerito looks like when you purchase it. And you will get 1 pound, and 1 pound of romeritos will end up being this small bunch of leaves once you clean them, because they're so thin like this. Look. So what we're gonna do is, after you wash them, you are going to hold them on the tip. So this is the part that was planted, and this is the tip. We hold them in the tip, and then we peel down like this. And this is what we want. And then you peel out the tip like this. We don't eat the stem because the stem's usually a little tart. So it will los va a amargar. It will bring like tartness to the dish, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna show you again how to do it. We hold it on the tip, and this brings back so many good memories of my childhood. There we go. Look, this is a big one, and I threw apart. And I saved this one for you so you can see it. This one's a perfect romerito, look. Now, some romeritos have like some long stems growing out of them. So you have to kind of peel through them too, because we don't want any stems. We only want these cute little leaves. Las hojitas, Tere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. Any questions so far?
No.
Northgate has romeritos right now. I got them there. But the first time I saw them is when I was doing the practice fry for this recipe. They had a lot. And yesterday when I went, on Sunday, they had like little, like They were gone. It's such a traditional Christmas dish, this one. Okay, perfect. So what are we gonna do now? We are gonna start cooking our mole. And if you were in my class yesterday, we're gonna do the exact same thing. We are going to start heating a pan like this one with a little dip to make a sauce, our mole sauce. Okay. And I am gonna be using one of these moles ready to serve, but we are going to enhance it to make it taste way better, okay? And while this starts warming up, I'm gonna rinse my romeritos again. And this time I'm gonna rinse them with hot water. Just making sure to clear out everything, all the debris and all those impurities. There we go. And look, guys, so the bag, it was a bag full of romeritos, and look lo que terminó siendo. And I got more than a pound because I already know what's gonna happen with the romeritos. Okay, so then we start cooking the mole. That's very good. Now to this recipe, I'm also gonna add a little bit of chicken stock because I do want it more runny. This is like half a cup of chicken stock. There we go. We are also going to add 1 bar of chocolate abuelita or any Mexican chocolate of your choice. And we're gonna cut it in pieces. There we go. We also need, oh, where's my spoon? Sorry about that, guys. And we also need a little bit of peanut butter, and I recommend these pouches just because it's like the perfect measurement for all these recipes. That will be like about a tablespoon. Tablespoon and a half. There we go. Okay. We mix. Yeah, baby. Okay. Now we're gonna add some salt in it. Right. Gonna add a tablespoon of salt. And I'm gonna allow to cook. Okay, we're gonna leave it here. Just mix it a little bit before. And we're gonna allow the chocolate to dissolve and everything to integrate while we start prepping our quails. There we go. Are there any questions so far?
No, we're all paying attention.
Everyone's like, yeah, this is so cool. Okay, moving forward, Tere, we have our romeritos here. Let's put them here. What's next? Oh, okay, so.
Shrimp.
Oh, yeah. But first, these are the 2 other ingredients that are going to go inside of our romeritos sauce. It's going to be, this is 1 cup of pre-cooked nopales or cactus, Mexican cactus, edible cactus. And then these are the small potatoes. We call them in Mexico cambray. I'm not sure how to call them here, but they're the tiny potatoes and they're quartered. and they're pre-cooked. And I leave the skin on, but you guys can peel the skin if you don't like to eat the potato skin. That's totally optional. Okay. So let's start beating up our eggs for the shrimps, cakes, to allow our quails to cook a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna move you guys all the way over here so you can see. And the recipe calls for 4 eggs, but I'm gonna use 2 because, as I said, I'm cooking half the recipe. But we're gonna start, give me just 1 second here, let me get a plate. We're gonna separate the yolks from the whites. Okay. And we're gonna start beating out the whites, okay? And we're saving the yolks for a little bit later. I move this over here. There. Oh. How's the vision? Is it good, Tere? Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, 2 yolks and 2 whites. And we are just gonna start beating it up. I think in English it's called spike points or something like that. We call it punto de turrón in Spanish. Steep points. Steep height, steep something. I'll show you so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see over here. Whoa, look at this. Yum. Okay. Okay, so while we do that, this is ready. So we're gonna start cooking our romeritos in the sauce. Some people like to cook the romeritos before. I learned this recipe like this. So that's how we do it. We just allow the romeritos to cook. They cook pretty easily. They're super thin. And this is gonna cook for about 5 minutes, medium heat. And then we add the rest of the ingredients. There we go. Oh my goodness. Ay, mole, qué rico. Oh, my oven is ready, Tere. Okay.
Exciting.
Everything's happening at the same time. Okay, look. We're getting there. So while we wait for this to cook and that to mix, let's start preparing our quails.
You're a big multitasker today.
Love to do a lot of things at once. So ideally, you guys, you want to marinate your quails in the wine for longer. I won't say overnight just because they're so thin. You don't want to overdo the flavor of wine. I think that overnight will be too much, but at least 1 hour will be like, I'll say perfect time, like 1 hour room temperature. Right now they're starting to they start changing colors, like you can see. They get a little drunk. Okay, so, oh, I think our egg's ready. So let's give them a little bit more time. Okay. Let's see. Now everything's ready at the same time there. That's the thing. So this is the texture we're looking for, you know? Ya no se cae. And I think it's called something peaks because you can see like the peaks. It's like espuma. We call it punto turrón in Spanish. Okay, so what are we going to add in there? We are going to start, first of all, adding the yolks one by one, very carefully. And while we do that, guys, we're gonna start preheating one of these comales. I use these to soften my butter. That's what you can see there. But we're gonna cook the tortitas in oil, okay? So I'm gonna start with that. We need some salt as well. So let's keep going. First one yolk. There we go. And once it's fully integrated in there, we add the other yolk. Look how pretty.
It's very pretty, Avril.
Ah. Okay. Now I have here 1 tablespoon of powdered shrimp. You can find these in the spice section in Northgate. You know which one? We had all those paquetitos of chiles, dried spices. That's where you find it. And we're just gonna add this. Just 1 tablespoon. The flavor is very intense. You don't need more. We add a little bit of salt, a pinch of garlic powder. I have here 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. This is just gonna help us thicken our tortitas. And finally, and this is totally optional, you can add some shrimp caldo de, this is consomme, shrimp consomme. Just make sure you break it in. Okay, I'm gonna use half. The recipe calls for 1. Okay, perfect. Now, let's give it a final mix. And let's cook these babies. Some oil. Now make sure to be generous with the oil. And this has to look like a kind of like a pancake mixture. And you can make them as big or as small as you want. I'm gonna rinse this because we're gonna use this mixer for the other recipe, Tere.
I'm telling you, you're really multitasking today.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So any questions so far, amigos?
No.
It's like you're cooking like a pancake, kind of. That has to be like the texture you're looking for. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start. Mira qué bonito. You'll know when your romeritos are ready because they do change of color. They stop being as bright. Just gonna give them a few more minutes there. And you know, this texture that is kind of like the coating for chile rellenos.
Okay.
That's kind of what the texture you're looking for. There. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty.
Se ve bien bonito, bien esponjadito.
Tienen que estar bien esponjaditas. Oh my gosh, when something turns out so pretty when I'm giving a class, it's like I can do a happy dance. This is so pretty. And the final step is we're gonna add these in there. So let's move forward with the nopales and the potatoes. This is a full meal right here. And we did a loose sauce because there's a lot of ingredients that are gonna go in here. So you want everything to have like sauce to be covered with. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna make 2. You can kill my mom with this. My mom, I think it's her favorite meal from all the meals in the world. She grew up in Guerrero, so this is so traditional in the south parts of Mexico. Okay. So I'm just gonna add one here. And then let's do another one, you guys. I'm gonna do a smaller one this time. And I still have to do like I still have ingredients to do at least 2 more. Okay. And you just bring them in your, the whole idea is for the tortita to be covered with mole as well. And you know, since it's like a little sponge, it will absorb all the flavors of the romeritos, and that's the whole purpose. All right. Okay. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that song, Tere.
Which one?
Burrito sabanero. Isn't it the happiest song? No, Evelyn. Oh, you guys cannot hear the music? Oh.
Yes. No, we can't hear the music. It does something Zoom to the music. It like the noise, it cancels noise cancellation.
Well, that's good in a way, because if you're like in a very busy place, there you guys. Second tortita va para adentro. Okay. Perfect. We're all done with this step. Okay, Tere, perfect timing. Look at this. Two down, two more to go. Okay. Perfect. What's next, you people? I feel like in a row. Okay, the quails. I'm gonna use my rack. This is a very fun rack that will help me cook them evenly. And so what I'm gonna do is show you a little trick. And this is about presentation. Okay, so first, let's bring our quails. We have 4 quails. There we go. Now, next step, butter. And this is a super easy and simple recipe. I think you're gonna enjoy it. And this is the way we prepare the turkey also. In my husband's family, I learned it from them. And so we have 2 shapes of quails, right? We have the open ones, which I'm trying to locate. Oh, here it is. 2 open quails. And then we're gonna try to cook 2 of them like this. First of all, we get some butter, and this butter has been softened to room temperature. And you just gotta use your hands and just cover the quails with butter everywhere. Make sure you go through all those spaces between the legs, inside of them. Make sure you go inside of the skin a little bit, like this with the butter. I use for 4 quails, I use half a stick of butter. If you're going with the recipe, 8 quails, it's 1 bar. Making sure you cover all the parts evenly. You can also, if you don't like using your hands, you can use one of those little brushes, kitchen brushes. I love to cook with my hands. That's my personal preference. So this one, I'm gonna make sure it has enough butter inside. There we go, Tere. Do you love quails?
I love quails.
They're so good. Have you tried quails in Valle de Guadalupe, Tere? That's the place I ever tried quails in my life.
No, I didn't when I went, but I need to try them. There's a what is, I guess, French restaurant here in Fullerton, and it just has the most delicious quails.
Okay, next step, guys. We're gonna go, and also with your bare hands, or if you wanna use another item to spread garlic salt. You can use garlic salt or you can use garlic and salt, garlic powder and salt separately. I would recommend using garlic salt. It's just that I didn't have any. But you know, garlic salt at the end of the day is just powdered garlic with salt. So I'm gonna use the garlic and the salt separately, but you just try to find that one brand that you like. And yeah, and make sure they're spread evenly, every single little place here and there, like I'm doing right now. Por todos lados. Baby. Sal y pimienta. I mean, garlic and salt. Sal y garlic, and at the end, we're adding pepper too. Now, don't be afraid of adding a lot of salt because this is gonna drain a little bit when it's cooking. So you can kind of overdo it. It's not gonna be salty. I mean, don't go like extra, but just a little bit more than you will usually add to a piece of meat or food. Perfect. And I'm using kosher salt. I always like to bake with kosher.
O sea, sal de grano, right?
Es sal kosher.
Okay.
So yeah, it's thicker than I'll show you in a minute. I really like whenever I'm baking stuff, especially meats, obviously, I like to use kosher salt. Let me show you. Let me rinse my hands. Okay, so kosher salt, it's like these crystals. Let me come closer. And they're like it's like flaky, crystally. I don't know if you get the whole, in its pieces, but they're thinner than grain salt, but they're like flaky and very, very like, it's, you know what is like the salt on top of a pretzel?
Okay.
That I think it's the best way to describe it. Okay, so let's add some pepper now. We did the garlic, salt, pepper, wine, butter. That's it, Tere. You don't need anything else, and you're gonna see it's gonna be delicious. I have fresh pepper here. And finally, so we have the two open ones. Those ones we're gonna leave like that. I'll show you in a minute. Where's the other one? Here's the other one. And then the ones that we didn't cut open, we're gonna tie a little moñito on the legs, like a real turkey. And this is just for presentation. Okay? Like a tiny, tiny turkey kitty.
A very mini turkey.
A super tiny turkey. Okay. There we go. And to the oven. Ahí está. Okay, so we're gonna cook them, and I'm gonna say 10 minutes.
And you don't cover them or anything.
No. No covering. No poking, no covering, no nothing. Let me cut the ribbon because we don't want it to burn. Okay. Cut the other one too. The excessive ribbon. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there. And now, Tere, what's next? Oh, our salad. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so we're done with the quails, the romeritos, las tortitas de camarón, and now dessert. But I first need to wash this, okay? Because we're using it for the whipped cream. So you can help me with the ingredients today?
Just did.
Yes, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so just give me 1 minute, guys. We don't want our salad to taste like camarón. So I have to give it a good wash. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. This one is ready. Let's wipe it, and now the thing, the blade. Okay, guys. Perfect. Let me turn on the light to see what's going on in there. Okay, and we're ready. So what are we gonna do now today? We are going to make our delicious salad, marshmallow salad. And it's a very simple recipe, actually. Nothing to it. We only need 2 or 3 special ingredients. And first we're gonna whip the heavy cream. And we're gonna use 2 cups of heavy cream and 1 cup of Mexican crema or crema agria. And 2. And so the first thing we're going to do is whip the cream. Okay. And while this is whipping, I'm going to show you the other ingredients we're going to need for our recipe here. And we need a bowl like this one. And so here I have 2 cups of green apples, 2 cups of red apples. You can leave the skins or you can peel them off, whatever you want. We also have cherries, cerezas en almíbar. This is half a cup. You can add a little bit of the juice there. Gives it some color. These are candied peaches or peaches in syrup. Duraznos en almíbar. This is a cup. And they've been quartered or cut in pieces. We also are gonna need about 4 cups of tiny marshmallows. I'm gonna add those later on. We also are going to need some pecans, my favorite nut, and make sure that it's like crushed in little pieces. There we go. Just add everything here. Have you tried this salad, Tere? There's like a lot of variations of this salad.
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
Right?
It's like Christmas is not Christmas without this.
Yes, totally. Some people add pineapple. Some people add peaches. Some people would add grapes. You can add whatever you like. You know me. There's no rules.
No, there's not.
It's not. If you like how you like stuff, it's the way you know how to eat it, and that's it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now I'm gonna give it a little mix. Just to start the process. Yummy. And you can already smell the cherries. I'm gonna add the marshmallows. Start mixing everything nicely like this. Perfect. Okay, now we take the last ingredients over here to our cream. Okay, mira qué bonita se está poniendo el heavy cream. So now we're gonna add in the Mexican crema. There you go. One cup. And this is gonna help us make the whipped cream a little bit looser because ahorita ya estaba toda como frosting de pastel. Okay. Now we add half a cup of powdered sugar. Remember that this whipped cream comes with no sugar, so you want to add the sweetness. And then I am going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a few shakes of cardamomo, and un chorrito de vainilla. There we go. Now we mix.
Do your kids like this salad, Abril?
What's that?
Do your kids like this salad?
Yes, especially my daughter. My daughter loves the salad. She even asks for it. If it's not Christmas time, she will ask for it. Over here, we're done with the cream. Okay. Not now, sweetie. I'm in my cooking class. Okay, let's bring in the cream in our salad. My son came down asking for quesadillas. Perfect. And we mix it. Ay, Tere, yo quiero. This is comfort food. Yay. Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, guys, this salad is done. Ooh. Perfect. And I really like the whipped cream. I think everyone does it with whipped cream, right?
Yes, I'm looking at your recipe. I usually do like whipped cream, but that looks like better.
Yeah, because like like the canned one, right?
No, the frozen one, whipped cream, that blue one.
The blue one, yeah. So well, heavy cream is like that, just like before it's been whipped. So I like heavy cream. And plus it gives it like a loosey texture. Look at this.
That looks so good.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it. Let's try it. Ay, qué rico. Now, another tip you can do, guys, you can add more juice of the cinnamon. I'm sorry, the cherries, and it will make it like pink and pretty. You have to try this. If you haven't already, you have to do this. Okay, let's move forward. Guys, let's start with the plating. Oh my gosh. My mouth is full. I'm sorry. Okay. So, how are we going to plate this awesome dinner? We're going to get a few spoons of romeritos in the middle of a plate. Ensure you get a little bit of everything here. A little bit of romeritos, a little bit of potatoes. And then I'm gonna get one. And then it's just the quails that are missing. Let's see how our quails are doing.
That looks good.
It is so good. Oh, see, our quails are almost done. Tere, have no idea how cute they are. Okay, I'm gonna bring them out so you can see them. They can brown a little longer. Oh no, they still need some more time. Look. I'm sure they're cooked, but they need to brown. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna broil them. Let's broil them for a few minutes. Okay. Okay, we're broiling them just for them to get like that brown, cute color at the end. But in the meantime, while we do that, let's answer some questions if there's any questions, Tere.
I don't know. I haven't seen any, but I don't know. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about making it?
Whatever you guys want to know about romeritos, about the quails, the delicious salad I'm dying to keep eating. It is such a traditional Mexican meal for this season, as como los tamales or the pozole. It is what they eat in Mexico this time of year, especially in the south parts of Mexico. Not the quails. We wanted to integrate quails in these recipes to make it more interesting and kind of gourmet. But the turkey, the chicken, and also the romeritos and the salad. And yeah, it's been fun to work with you guys for a year. Then another year goes by.
Yes, so it's been awesome. I want to thank you, Abril, for letting us into your house again and teaching us how to make a fantastic meal. I can't wait to try the romeritos, something I've never really tried, I think.
How to peel them though. That's
yes.
very
and it was just been fantastic. I want to thank our audience who has been with us for so many classes. And we can't wait to start our January classes when we come back with some tailgating Super Bowl ideas. And I thank everybody and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Tere, let's ask our friends to give us suggestions of what food they want to see, what activities, what recipes. Also, it will be so cool if we can bring some giveaways back to the classes.
Oh, yes, of course. And pairings. So we'll be doing more pairings. So you guys will be able to, there's a lot of fun stuff that we have planned for you guys for 2022. So everybody go back. And if you ever want to see any recipe that you've seen, you heard of, or you missed, please go on to our website, Northgate Markets, go on to the cooking class, please. And then on the bottom, it's all the recorded classes for 2 years. So you guys could just like download any class and remember how to make things. And thank you, Abril. Yes.
Wait. Let's see our quails now.
Oh, wait. She wants us to see our quails.
Yeah, because it's the final step. And I think that, yes, now they're done. Look, woo! Okay. Like I said, guys, quails cook so fast. Okay, give me just 1 second here. And I'm gonna bring one quail and we're gonna wrap it up. Look at this cutie over here.
Ay, qué ricura.
Now, ideally, this would be like even more brown, but and then we add some parsley on top, and that's it, guys. Traditional Mexican dinner. Christmas.
Thank you. Hasta pronto. Bye, everybody. Felices fiestas.
To be here with all of you and see you very soon. See you next year.
It takes a family to understand another. And that's what the Gonzalez family, founders of Northgate Market, are most proud of. Having served their customers for almost 40 years with the same care and dedication as if they were family members. That closeness and passion are still the force that drives our 40 Northgate Market stores, as well as our commitment to offering our customers the most extensive selection of quality products and freshest food. That's why, unlike other markets, we receive new offerings daily, always making sure that every single item is fresh and ready for your table. To make this possible, we partner with vendors in our community, neighboring animal farms, and local growers that minimize the time span between shipping and consumption. That's how we're able to offer the best meats tended by certified butchers who are experts on traditional cuts. But also our shrimp, brought directly from Mexico, and so flavorful is in a class all their own. Or our fresh and natural tortillas, made patiently from scratch using a traditional process perfected over 1,000 years. Or our freshly made bakery goods, including authentic sweets and artisan breads, all baked with love every single day at sunrise. But perhaps our proudest accomplishment is the authenticity that infuses our daily prepared meals. These delicious staples of Mexican and Latin American cuisine are cooked by the most skilled chefs using recipes passed down and perfected over generations, like tacos, chicharrón, bolillos, tortas, carnitas, 12 types of ceviche, and our 20 different aguas frescas. For all these reasons and more, we consider ourselves warriors of flavor, defenders of authenticity, but also champions of innovation by blending our rich culinary heritage with new ways of enjoying it. It's not an exaggeration to say that you won't find this culinary experience in any other grocery store. And it's not just a feast for the senses. You'll also feel at home in every Northgate Market thanks to our welcoming and helpful staff, from managers to associates, all committed to providing you with the best shopping experience possible. In a few words, at Northgate Market, there's an entire family dedicated to yours.